Today, I want to try to help you understand something that confuses almost every new adjuster at first. But first, before I say anything else, if any of this stuff sounds interesting to you, drop a fist bump in the comments. I'll tell you what to do next. It's licensing. A lot of people think licensing is complicated, scary, or full of hidden steps, but it's not. In fact, it's one of the easiest parts of getting started. Licensing only looks confusing because there's a lot of bad information online. Some people say you need 10 licenses. Some say you need a bunch of certifications. Some say you need to spend thousands of dollars before you can even try to get work. None of that is really true. But here's the real truth. Most adjusters only need one license to get started. If your state where you reside has its own adjuster's license, you get that. If your state doesn't have or require an adjuster's license, you get what's called a designated home state license, usually from a place like Florida or Texas. That one license helps you start applying for work and marketing yourself. You do not need to test over and over. You don't need to buy extra licenses. You don't need to pay for fancy certifications to get started. Once you have that first license, you are technically ready to go. There's something people get confused about it too, and that's called reciprocity. This is when one state accepts the license from another state. People think this part's complicated, but it's really simple. If you have a good primary license, you can typically get other state licenses later without retesting. You apply and pay the state fee. That is it. But remember, licensing is not what makes you a good adjuster. It's simply what gives you the permission to work. Your skills come from training, practice, and the support you get all along the way. Now, here's something you can do to make everything clear. Look up your state and whether or not it requires an adjuster's license. If it does, that's your path. If it doesn't, write down Florida or Texas as your designated home state. Look up those states and take that training. So now you know the direction. But remember, licensing is a simple part. Once you understand that, the rest of the journey gets a lot easier. If you've been watching these videos that I post about freelance claims adjusting and you want to learn more, drop me a comment below and I'll tell you what to do next.